A new challenge begins, but not one as simple as the last. Our Desolation Point series was too easy, too simple. I would scarcely have called it a challenge, honestly. So this time, it'll be different. Instead of playing on Stalker, we're going to be playing on a custom mode where everything is set to Interloper except for the loot table, which will be set to Stalker. This means that I will still be able to find Stalker loot items like hatchets, knives, some advanced clothing, etc. Despite this, guns will be completely turned off. This is our rule set. Interloper weather, temperature, wildlife, all that. With Stalker loot and no guns. Now, some other things need to be mentioned before we begin. I want you guys to see all of the challenge, including the failures. Every failed attempt you will see. Just as I become invested in a run, so shall you. My goal in doing that is to make sure that you guys feel just as sad as I do when a run goes south, and just as good when it starts to look our way. Next is a mod rundown. I do have a couple of mods installed, but none of them impact the difficulty of the game. The first one I have just gives me more flexibility for safe house customization, and the second one lets me place things outside. The third is a fuel manager. The fuel manager simply changes how lantern fuel is stored and managed, but doesn't impact the game in any other way. In fact, I'd argue that, so far with what I've recorded, it's actually made the game a little bit harder. If there is ever a moment where any of these mods may provide an advantage in gameplay for me, I will turn them off. The final thing is how we're going to start each run. There are no Bleak Inlet spawns in the upper plateau of the region, which you need to get the code to access the Cannery workshop. This is very important because the Cannery workshop has the only workbench in the region inside of it. Not being able to access this workbench not only makes the challenge very unrealistic, no workbench means no animal clothing, no fishing hooks, no bows, no arrows, no nothing. It also makes the challenge much more boring in my opinion. So each run will start like this. I spawn in Bleak Inlet, and then use the developer console to fly right next to the transition into the ravine. And then, I start the challenge, essentially spawning me in the upper plateau, which allows me to access the cannery. After this point, the developer console won't ever be used again in the entirety of the challenge. Of this, you have my word. You now know everything that you need to know, so, let's begin. Alright, attempt 1 of this series of attempts, I'll say. Because there's already Timberwolves down there. What the heck? It's dark. And about to be a blizzard, most likely. So, not the best start, if I'm being honest. But let's... Poopies. What? Oh! Am I stuck? Well, there's attempt 1. Alright, attempt 2. Super happy that I'm here right now, but that's okay. I've learned my lesson. Don't go near that pack of 3 trees. Could end even the best of runs, I'm trying to record while listening to myself, and it's actually really difficult because I'm talking slowly on accident. Because my voice is like lagged in the playback. So I need to just turn this off. Because it's not even intentional. I just I'm subconsciously talking slower. So that I can sync up with my own playback. It's weird. Anyways, starting off, heading to the bunker. I think my thought got cut off by me getting stuck, didn't it? Also, this is a new save. I didn't reset the same save. I just got almost same starting conditions. Okay. Nothing. Okay, so what's our plan gonna be? What do we think? I'm thinking Well, I know what it's gonna be. But what I was gonna say is, I say this is attempt 2, but I actually tried this challenge a couple times a few months ago. And I was getting my booty handed to me. I got one run that was so close to being good, and then I had 2 Timberwolves like initiate a struggle instead of a drive-by in a row. Oh, it was brutal. And I've died before even getting down, like to the lower area, plenty of times, because almost always there's gonna be a Timberwolf noticing me. I just can't even see in that cave at all. There's almost always gonna be a Timberwolf pack, and that notices me when I go for the lookout tower.
I can't feel my hands.
And they will stay there forever, so you just kind of have to run by them. Hello, Wabbits. Hello there, Wabbits. Yeah, you just have to run by them, and yeah, that pack alone can be your death if you don't have a flare or torches or anything that you found yet. Yeah, I think I see a pack over there. It's kind of hard to tell through the fog, though. Yeah, that's a Timberwolf.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
I love the graphics update, but I have a bit of a problem with there being this much visible shadow when it's this foggy. But I can't complain, you know, can't complain. Very, very good. You can always nitpick you can always, like, find something to nitpick. I'm actually just gonna have to crawl my way if I want to avoid being spotted by these. Because, I mean, I think I'm making an intro to explain it, but this is entirely Interloper, except the loot table is Stalker. Loot frequency should still be, I can't talk. Loot frequency should still be on, oh wow, my brain's not working right now. I'm getting distracted because I'm worrying that I didn't even set it to the right thing. Did I forget to on this run? I'll be right back. Okay, I just checked. I'm pretty sure that I had the right settings. Anyways, all Interloper settings. The only difference is that the loot table is Stalker, so I should be able to find hatchets and knives. No guns, though. And the loot frequency should still be Interloper, so I shouldn't be finding a lot. I just have the I have the chance to find hatchets and knives, and then also, of course, some Stalker exclusive clothing items too. Part of me wants to just make a run for it because I think that they're just all over that hill. I'm gonna do that. I think we're good. This is actually the very, like, I think I've, including when I tried a couple months ago, I need to talk slower. Including the time that I tried Including the time that I tried a couple months ago, this is the first time I've made it here without getting the attention of a Timberwolf pack, which was mostly me being impatient. Like, I could have just crouch walked like I just did there. It was slow, but it worked. There's a chance for matches over here on these railings, but it's dark, so I might just need to wait to see those till morning. Let's grab this rope. And then, wow, I just really can't see anything. Grab all the books, because I can. Oh, wow. You know what, man, it's really nighttime, but honestly, as much as it's not, I hate doing this in Interloper, because it's just a huge waste of time and resources, but I really can't even loot in these conditions. Oh, here we go. This is better. Cooking pot, that's amazing. Okay. Actually, I guess I need Tinder now, don't I? Freaking hate that stuff. Tinder can, in the words of pirate software, eat my whole ass. Are you falling through the floor? No. Whoa, we got things. Can I? Wait, is this like just something you can't interact with? That's funny. I'll take these pictures, why not? I know Francois would want me to. Gunsmithing? That'll be so useful for me. Okay. I mean, I don't think there's any other loot spawns that I could be missing due to darkness. Nothing important, at least. So... let's just... Here's the question, though. Do we think that I can get to the radio tower from here? Out a Timberwolf pack spotting ice. We'll have to see, I guess, because I don't want to just waste time here. Even if they do find me, I can duck inside and they can't get all the way over to the station. So, it won't be like a completely catastrophic thing. It's also all downhill, so running there is super duper fast.
Sure getting cold.
I likely won't be able to see it at all in there, so I won't be able to loot. The deer, okay. Actually, is there even a... I don't even know if there's a... I'm actually pretty confident. I don't think there's a single bed in this station, so that's... not ideal. Is that a bear? What do you mean? Since when is there... I mean, obviously I know since when it's probably since the wildlife refresh, but what the frig? Yeah, hi. Frickin' bear, dude. What the hell? Not as bad as Timberwolves, though. I can handle a bear. They are quite easy to avoid. Watch this, watch this. Hey, buddy. You got nothing. You got nothing on this. You got nothing on me. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, so scary. Big, tall man. Yeah, yeah. Sugma Ligma. What can I say? Man, I need to stop talking. Like, I was cool, and then I said that, and then it wasn't cool anymore. What's the deal with this guy, though? I need him to not be walking in that direction. There's one more car. I'm just not confident that he might just, like, full-on run at me the moment I jump out instead of doing his roar again, so... yeah, walk that way. I would say that it's fine if he attacks me, but I don't have bandages or cloth to make bandages, so I'd have to rip apart clothing to do that, and I really don't want to do that. Just waiting here for a moment. Frostbite shouldn't be progressing right now. It's not cold enough for that. Wow, just walking right at me? Hey, buddy. How's it going? Are you wanting a snoot boop? Want to get boop snooted? Boop the snoot? No, not anymore. All right, I'm gonna make a scurry for it because he's just wandering in circles. I'll try getting at this end though. Hey, buddy. He didn't even notice me. I'm just that cool, what can I say? I hate this, though, because I cannot see him. Don't like this guy. Can I get around you? Alright, guys, we're gonna make a run for it. The wind is gonna be upsetting, though. Alright. Yep, go. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. Those are stairs. You're scared of those things. No stairs for you. Can't even handle stairs. It's like Poe. Hey, maybe he's secretly a panda. Whoa, it's super bright in here. What the heck? Why is it so bright in here? Combat boots. Not good enough to wear yet, but that is good. And we're actually warm in here. That's shocking. A new sweater. Love to see it.
Surrounded
By snow and nothing to drink. She is right though. I'll make fun of her, but she is right. There is nothing to drink. Yeah, we got nothing. Don't forget to grab that. That would be incredibly upsetting. Okay. My goal, honestly, it's a little bit late where I'm at. Getting near midnight, but I want to get like at least 3 episodes just done right now. Because then I don't need to worry about it for a while. And you guys deserve to have at least 3 episodes in the pipeline ready to be released because I slacked way too long in getting you guys a new series. Okay. What time is it? I'm gonna... Yeah. We'll lose more condition, but I'm gonna pass time till morning. Hopefully that bear will be moved around a bit by the time the sun is risen. And then we're just gonna go back over to... Oh, hello, sewing kit. Jeez. No, I didn't see that before. That would have been incredibly tragic, because that sewing kit will let us make improvised head and hand wrappings, which will stop frostbite from being an issue.
Can you eat trees?
Wow, that's great weather, isn't it? Actually, it's not too bad, because it does guarantee... Well, not guarantee. I've learned to take what the wiki tells me with a grain of salt. But it guarantees that... Again, guarantees. Like, heavy hair quotes on the guarantees. But it should guarantee that nothing has spawned in. Including Timbies. I'm not seeing the bear. Or any footprints. I might be jinxing myself with that, but... hopefully we're good. It is cold, but it is better than having to deal with Timberwolves, because the Timberwolf pack decides it wants my cheeks, then there is really nothing I can do about getting bitten a couple times at the moment. And then here's the dilemma that I faced. I had one run that was actually looking really good when I tried to get this going before. Like I was down at the cannery. I died at the cannery. But I was in this like conflict where I was thinking about how I would get to the workbench because you have to get in there during an aurora, and then there's going to be the wolf in there. And with that wolf there during an aurora, that could very, like, since we're on interloper settings, it could very easily just kill me right then and there. So it was definitely I'm losing my train of thought. It was definitely a conundrum, but I still need to think about how to get over. I'm thinking that if I find a flashlight, I might use that to get him to go away from me, and then I'll wait till then I could wait till the next morning, and then at that point we would be able to use a flare to keep it away from us, and then we can try and break down the workbench. Or no, we can't break it down because we don't have woodworking tools to be able to make a new one. So we would have to find a way to deal with them. We'd have to make like a fire, although they aren't scared of fire barrels. We're gonna need like a good plan. I'm trying to think about what we could even do to get that guy to leave us alone in there. I wonder if I could use safe house customization to build a barrier of boxes around me. I think that might be our best bet. In all honesty, I actually think that is the best option. And here's the thing. I'll go over it in the opening that I'm going to make, but I do have a couple mods on. I have one that changes a bit how fuel works. I have one that lets me place things outside, which I guess isn't really useful in this mod at all, or in this run at all. But I have one that changes how you place things, which lets things be placed closer together. I will make sure that mod is uninstalled when I pull that stunt, just in case, like, I can't put boxes close together enough to actually make a good barrier. I don't want to let any mods interfere with the likelihood that I will, like the authenticity of this being just as achievable in a regular game, if that makes sense. Man, we just been having such horrible weather. Let's just double check that I got all the loot that there is to have in here. I'm fairly positive that I did. Find the flower pot? No. Yeah, sad. Well, it's just bad because we can't be thirsty for this long. Oh, I should have eaten. I don't think I'll go hungry though. I don't think I'll quite reach starving. Maybe I'm wrong. Oof. Alright, well, here's what we're gonna have to do, because I'm not losing more condition right now. That's not happening. So, gotta talk over the blizzard. Deploying that rope, we're going to the next cabin. The one right down there. But if this blizzard doesn't let up and we don't find any water in there, this run might be a bust. Because at the current condition that I'm at, if I try to run to the worker residences, I'll basically be dead by the time I get there. If I'm not, like, actually dead. Hypothermia risk. Oh, blizzard stopped, though. Oh, no. That's really bad. That is really, really bad. I literally just said that I've never gotten frostbite in one of my saves, like in the video that went up earlier today in my interloper video. But you know, today might be a first for me, because that is dangerously close to full frostbite. Now I'm like determined not to let that happen. Come on, I was at 90, 91-ish. What are we at now? 90, oh, it's happening. I can't stop that. Nothing I can do about that. Yeah, dang, man. That is the first time I've ever gotten frostbite. That sucks. I mean, when push comes to shove, I would have lost more condition if I had tried to sleep in there. And it wouldn't have really stopped the frostbite progression very much at all. Or reduced it, rather. So I still think this was the right choice. But, man, the literal day that I posted a video saying that I've never gotten it, this is tragic. You know, it'll add an extra layer of spice. Unless, of course, we lose this run. But, you know. Oh, hello. Hello, floating matches. And see-through stump. But hey, matches. That's very good. Would have loved to have found that, like, literally 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago would have been lovely. But, you know. That's okay. Hello, Moose. That's okay. We'll just get in here. We'll warm up. Is that a bedroll? It was, just not one I can use. Potato. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, a lantern. I already searched that. Carrot. Yeah, it does seem like the spawns are a bit better than Interloper. Hello, what more matches? I don't quite know how trustworthy the custom mode settings really are, but regardless, at least I definitely know that the environment is as hard as Interloper, because the cold has been no joke. Wow, right after I get frostbite, I find 2 mittens and matches. That's so brutal. Or not mittens, two hand coverings. Did I get anything else? No, I'm going crazy. Okay, we're gonna break this down. Hold on, I should be doing this first, actually. We're going to start a fire, get some water cooking, break those curtains down to make head wraps so we don't gotta worry about frostbite on our head at all anymore. And then...
Wait. I'm so cold.
Cold, I'm warming up a bit. Anyways. Actually, I need more books in there. Plus, they're heavy as crap. Yeah, I'll try and get that full 2 hours off, because we have good resources here now. We gotta wait 40 minutes for that to finish, so let's break some of this apart. And then, can I already make the head? I can. And it's 30 minutes, that's perfect. Yeah, our condition's very, very low. Luckily, we have everything we need right here to be able to rest for a bit. And I got a decent amount of food already. So that's good. Yeah, I can definitely manage through the night for the most part with what we got here. I'll probably wait to eat. Yeah, I gotta wait to eat till I sleep, obviously. But, wow, there's a lot of cloth in here. Was the fire going out? Woo! Putting it a little close there. Let that boil, pick that up. Give it a tater. 38 minutes. Let's get all these broken down. Yep, hunger time. Another cooking pot. I wish I'd seen that when I started cooking, but you know, here we are. It's like an empty pit. You're okay, Astrid. Just starve in silence. We got that stuff. Now let's see. Let's make some bandages, of course. We're gonna want those. And then I'll do this while I can. See what clothing repair options we have. Anything that really needs it. That's fine. Let's see. No, that's not a good ratio at all. Yeah, that's not good for anything, really. Yeah, let's break these apart and try and repair our combat boots. That's probably the best option. Not probably. I gotta say it with my full chest. That's the best option. This is what I'm good for, is knowing what to do. That's all I am. Okay, 60% should be, yep. And then I'll break these apart as well. I know I'm losing a lot right now, but I'll get more back if I wait to eat until I sleep. Harvest this up. Then we need to buy ourselves like another hour of not wasted time, and then we're good to sleep. So what else can we accomplish, really? I could repair these again. Did let our thirst drop down there for a second. We might dip into the red here for a brief moment. But I really don't want to be wasting any time by passing time, because also passing time uses a lot of calories. And I want to be able to sleep till the morning. Yeah, actually, it'll be bright out now if I sleep for now. So, carrot, tater, candy bar. I don't think that's enough for a whole night. Yeah, it's not. So we're gonna have to break this open, unfortunately. But that'll get us through the night at least, with full hunger. Lovely mouth-eating sounds. I'm sure you guys love that. Okay. Now let's go for 10 hours. Yeah, I see we got a lot back from that. Our head frostbite risk is officially gone.
I need to find food.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it. We're working on it, Astrid. I can't do everything. I'm just one guy. Okay, fully rested. Ooh. I was gonna say time to blindly navigate out, but that's not true because I have this. Gonna play some echolocation game though. Wow, yep, freezing. It is freezing. Cattails, any cattails. I don't remember if they spawn on this river or not. And before anyone says they don't spawn on coastal regions, that is incorrect. The rule is they don't spawn near salt water, so rivers and such on coastal regions can spawn cattails. For example, there's a little creek that runs like all down the... I mean, I don't know what direction it would technically be, but if you're looking towards the coast of Coastal Highway, the very far left of the region, there's a creek that runs all along that side, and there's so many cattails on that river. So you can most definitely find cattails in coastal regions.
Can you move trees?
I think so, technically. Not seeing any cattails though, unfortunately. Which means we just have to keep on going. We did find 2 sets of matches though, which is very good. For us not needing to really worry about being stingy with fires. That's a deer. Speaking of not being stingy with fires, let's have a little cookout. Weather's not too bad. I'll need to wait for it to thaw out first. So hopefully the weather stays good enough, at least for that long. But we'll see if we end up getting that lucky. I'm gonna run over there to grab some more sticks. And stones, ayo. It's like the one saying. It's like that thing that people say. Good to know where that moose is at. Oh, yikes, it's cold. Any more little sticks for me? Please, sir, can I have some more? Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna get in that direct area. It's okay, though. Yeah, I don't think there's any avoiding me throwing the cedar on here. Will that even get me warm, though? I think it will. Yeah, barely. Yeah, just barely. Thank God for the wind protection. I don't even believe... Thank COD. Sorry. Oh, what am I doing? Thank COD for this wind protection. Did I leave the cooking pot back in the thing at the place? I did. Gosh darn it. I don't really need both. I don't really want to go back for that now, but if I can't find another, I'll run back and grab it. Let's see. I really have anything I can even do here right now? I don't think I do. I can make some more water, but... I'm hearing little snow, like, plop sounds and thinking it's like it's a bear or something. Okay. Warming up a little bit more. Let's harvest. Wow, there's not a whole lot in there, is there? Wow, that's some real sloppy sounds there. 35 minutes. Let me rip the hide out. I'm not carrying the gut because I don't want the scent on me. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, thank God for that. Yeah, that wind really just screwed me over there. Okay. Alright, we're fine for now. Oh, cattail, boom. They were hiding right here for me. The two of them. 3 of them. Oh, there's wolves in that way. 4 of them. Lovely. Yikes, dude, it's so cold. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be going bear coat in this run. Not really much denying that that's gonna be the reality.
If I don't warm up soon.
I also... Oh, there's a pack right there. Yeah. I need to try to not get their attention because with the wind like this, I can't really start a fire wherever I want to deter them. I also don't have... I had to use all my sticks up, so I need to collect more of those to even be able to do that in the first place. It's a tough balance because I can't really go slow right now because it's too cold and I'll freeze to death. Oh, another deer. I can't start a fire there though. Not one that'll keep me warm at least. Yeah, not one that'll keep me warm at least though. I could put one behind that tree, but that would not keep me warm, and I can't even guarantee that would even thaw out the deer. But yeah, I need to keep running because it's cold and I'll freeze to death if I don't. But at the same time, running risks me running over a hill and getting spotted by timberwolves. It's a very delicate balance you gotta strike sometimes. Just gotta know where to go to avoid getting spotted. Okay. Cannery work residences should be right here. I believe right over this hill. I also could be very wrong. I think it's a little bit farther than that, I think. But we're really close. Oh yeah, they're there. There's more cattails here too. Love that. Very end of the river, just barely still fresh water. This is good too, because I was not going to be able to even sleep here without more cattails. There's gonna be... Man, I gotta really push against this headwind here for a second, because there's gonna be coal over here, which I'm desperately gonna need to help me warm up in situations without having to throw a crap ton of sticks on a fire. Also, let's say hi to our little wavy bark there. That's something right there, isn't it? Okay. There's also a hatchet that might spawn over here. If I'm lucky, but I don't see it. I'll check a little bit more thoroughly in a second, but we need to get inside. Let's take this out just so we can make sure we don't miss anything. Also help us warm up a bit faster. I think having a lantern, torch, or flare adds a passive 3 degrees, I believe. Celsius, at least. Marine flare, that'll be nice. Like a lot of last contingency. Okay, yeah, nothing, not a whole lot, but it's enough to work with at least. For a brief moment. We're gonna, oh! Do these still spawn if you don't have firearms turned on? Or maybe that's just a custom save thing? Oh, it's because I have the stalker loot table on, that's why. You know, we'll just leave that right there. Little remembrance, I suppose. Don't know what that means, but I'm too tired for this. Okay. Eat that. Oh, I just was autopiloting. This is also great. Those oats are gonna be life-saving, actually. Next time I start a fire, I can cook up all those. Which will also give me a lot of cooking skill, because you get cooking skill progression for prepping and for cooking. And then once I have level 1 cooking, I can make bannocks. Which will be, again, very huge for our survival. But yeah, let's, let's, you know, a little brief little respite here, guys. Very rough beginning there. First I'm getting frostbite, too. Very sad. Oh, blizzard, too. And, you know, we lost our first run in the most tragic way. I really thought that was going to be the one. So, let's take ourselves a little rest here. Let's get 4 hours, and then we'll keep on going.